Day 10, murder at a masquerade. Our investigation has reached a dead end. I don't know what to do anymore. I thought Judge Brooks just moved out of town, but it turns out he died 2 years ago. In 1902, Judge Brooks was considered a significant figure who made this city what it looks like today, for better or for worse. It was said that he was going to run for mayor. His murder continues to worry several influential people. These people were with him at the time of the murder. They saw the woman who killed him. The problem is that the murder took place during a costume party at his home at Durham Road 5. We sifted out all of the guests and servants who had an alibi. You will receive files of others. Maybe if we solve his murder, we will have new evidence on our old woman's case. I know that chance is small, but I have no more ideas left. Send the killer's dossier, mark and send where the killer was at the hour of the crime. Send the killer's distinctive feature by performing dowsing on the victim. Send the killer's secret by performing the rune reading on him. August 21st, 1902. Thank God we have some more information. Gray hair, green eyes. He wanted to reveal that he will be running for mayor at the party. There were various rumors about his work with criminals, but there were no evidence to this theory. Local police did not look for the evidence, so it's no wonder. Okay, here we go. Last card. The Magician, which we've seen before. Killer used false identity. Fucking great. Do you want to talk about it? Need your inhaler? Upstairs. Blue. Toy blue, eyes are blue. Okay, so the killer has blue eyes. So it's not Azaria. It could be Kayla. It's not Molly. It's not John. It could be Christopher. And it could be Edward so far. Yeah. So it's either Edward, Kayla, or Christopher. So 3 people, that's good. Distinguishing factor between them, male, female, between Kayla and then Edward and Christopher, but also age. So those are some things to keep in mind. But it was a costume party, so they said they saw a woman. So that could lead you to Kayla, because that's the only woman left. But what if someone during the masquerade dressed up as a woman and was not? Which would make sense to killer use the false identity, use the runes. Manaz. Person hides or changed the gender. So because they said that a woman killed him, and we are looking for a person who used a false identity, and we know that Christopher Riley changed their gender specifically for this party, perhaps, which would mean that he could be the killer. He has blue eyes. We just need to figure out if he was there at the party. But if he changed his gender for the party, he's the woman that they saw who killed him, or who killed Frederick Brooks. day of 21. Hour of 7, but it was at night, so we have to add 12. So 19, 21, 8. But this was as of... When did he die? 1902. Okay. So he is dead as of 8/21/1902 at 1900. Time to go to the map. He was there at the same time. All right, let's just try to run it and see. So I believe it to be Christopher Riley. Mark and send where the killer was at the hour of the crime. Send the killer's distinct features. Send the killer's secret by performing the runes reading. Behind the mask, this young reporter sacrificed his morality and went for murder to help the town. He pretended to be someone else to commit murder, and this gave me an idea. There was something missing in the death of our old woman. She had no debts. She had no enemies left who wanted her death. The only few people she spoke to before the murder have alibis. I checked everyone, even you, except one. I used to think she was killed in her sleep. Perpendicular wounds, strength that decreased with every blow were suggesting that. But there's another option. Suicide. She staged a robbery, then put a knife to her chest and began stabbing herself as long as she could, which kind of ran through my head, to be honest with you. Because I was thinking, as the puncture wounds decreased in their blow, that's her losing blood, her losing energy, her losing her life force. So it's like, I kind of was thinking that. She did everything to make her death look like the murder of our parents, so that we can start an investigation, so you can take her place. All of this is part of her plan, and I'm afraid that soon we will find out exactly what she's up to next. Day 11, shot next door. Okay, so tunnel. What does the tunnel have to do with this madness? I'm sorry, but right now I can't discuss your nightmares. I couldn't get enough sleep myself. I saw my boss died yesterday. I stood a step away from him. There was a loud clap and a bullet pierced his chest. An eerie sight to behold. What's worse is that we were in our department at Pinner Street 4. Judging by the trajectory, the shot was fired from the roof of one of the neighboring buildings. To complicate matters further, the boss announced the upcoming layoffs last month. We suspect it could have been one of us. Send the killer's dossier. Mark can send where the killer was at the hour of the crime. He couldn't be near the target, so it has to be someone who's far enough away while not being too far to make it realistic for the trajectory. Send the killer's distinctive feature by performing dowsing on the victim. Send the relation to the killer by performing tarot readings. Let's see here. So November 20th, 1904. Boom! We've got all that information. We just need the exact time, and we're golden there. Mr. Darville was my boss. He was a good and honest cop, but insufferable superior. So we just need the time, which means Wheel of Fuckery. Everyone's favorite game. Here we go. The Chariot. The killer is a colleague. Excuse you. That was probably expensive. That's above. Gonna do the dowsing rods as well. No. No. Pillow? Bed? Okay. We gotta figure out what that is. Bed. Murderer is 29 years old or younger. Some good old tip touching. Remember, folks, tip your streamers. Tip each other, tip yourself. Touch the tips. All right, so the killer is a colleague. Murderer is 29 years or younger. It's called docking. Thank you. Thank you for clarifying. All right, let's see here. Age 27. 24. 56. 26. Well, it's not Jordan Hull. Unless you want to use the rods a different way than it would be sounding. All right, so we have Samson, Patrick, and George. Cook is a recent hire. A strange fellow a few days ago, he asked me about you, although I didn't remember that I had mentioned you in our talks. Cook is a recent hire. Well, aren't all these people employees, though? I thought he got fired a month ago. Today he came back to work claiming he was the only one. He was only sent on vacation. My colleague, he burst in the police department with a pistol in his hands 10 minutes after the shot. He claims that he was in the department during the shooting and ran out to catch the killer. So this is the case. Month 11. Day 20. During the day, 10 o'clock, so we don't add on 12. Oh, shit. Shit, I don't think we're going to get to it in time. Maybe. Oh, okay. So from there, what we need to do is make sure that we have 11/20/1904 in the map room, 10 o'clock, and then we need the location of each person. Though we don't need the location of Jordan Hall, we just need Samson, Patrick, and George. Supposedly they all died, but I think it's a bug, because it doesn't fit with what's being told to us by our brother. Okay, yep, he was at the police station where he was shot. Samson, police station. Patrick. So, based on this, Samson is not guilty. He was there on site and supposedly went to chase the killer. So at this point, what we're looking at is either Patrick or George. So now we need to use the ruins for Patrick and George and see what information we get from that. Light it up, light it up, we on fire! Grandma, if you don't reappear, that'd be fucking great. Damn it. It's a reroll. He did it for the D. Purisaz. Purisaz, giant, new post. The target has lost or found a new job. Okay. Now, Panda did say that George seemed sketchy AF. A crisis or a finding of a new faith. What? Well, it's gonna suck if we have to redo this, but 50-50. Then the distinctive feature. We found a makeshift altar in his house with 2 photographs on it, our photos. Cook didn't want to kill our captain. He aimed at me. My colleague, a policeman, tried to kill me. And you should be next. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is threatening this town, but now it's gunning for us, and I need a drink. Oh. His brother was saying he was having hallucinations. Grandma? Basement? Can we not? Oh, what the hell? Yeah, that's completely normal. Who else has a basement like this? Anyone?